Hi everyone, my name's Louise and welcome to my channel. This channel is all about my life with scoliosis, and what I thought I would do for this video is take one of my most popular blog posts that I've got on my blog, which is 5 things I do because of my scoliosis, and turn it into a video just to talk about some of those things that I do that I think most people without scoliosis probably don't do or would ever think about doing. So number 1, I constantly look at my back. I'm pleased to say that I don't really do it much anymore. I don't really think about my back that much now on a day-to-day basis. In terms of how it looks anyway. Before my surgery, I used to constantly look at my back. Sometimes I didn't even know why I was doing it. It would be on my mind 24/7. It became to the point where I was quite obsessed with it and how it looked and how I thought other people thought I looked. I would constantly look at my back when I was out and about, in shop windows, like the reflection, when I was at the gym, in the mirrors. It got to the point where I was quite obsessed with it, and I don't know if it's just me or if other people with scoliosis do the same, but yeah, I just couldn't help myself really. Post-surgery, I was still doing it for a while. I think I was just really surprised at how straight I looked, and I was looking at myself quite a lot in the mirror to make sure that it still looked the same and it wasn't moving or anything like that. I was quite paranoid that my spine would go back to how it was, and I think all of this shows that there's quite a big psychological effect on people with scoliosis. It's not just a condition of the back, it's more, it does affect mental health. Number 2 is that I'm constantly paranoid that other people are looking at my back. This was far worse before surgery and immediately after surgery. I think when I was a teenager it was probably at its worst. I used to get so paranoid that other people were looking at my back that it would stop me from doing certain activities. So for example, it was so bad that at the gym I wouldn't want to use any of the machines at the front because I thought that people would be looking at my back, so that would put me off. So I'd always use the machines at the back of the gym. I would avoid going swimming or going to the beach or going to the pool, activities where my back was on show. If I did, I would be extremely paranoid. I would hate walking past people in my bikini because I'd think people were staring at my back or wondering what was wrong with my back. As I've got older, I've realised that most people don't notice. They've got their own things to worry about, and I now don't let it stop me from doing things. I'm proud to show off my scar and show off my back. I still sometimes feel a bit uncomfortable, but I try not to let it stop me from doing things. Number 3, I get back envy. I used to get so jealous of people that had normal looking backs, especially when it came to wearing clothes like backless dresses, bikinis, things like that. I used to get so jealous and just wish that my back looked like theirs and that I could wear things like that without feeling uncomfortable. I used to worry that if I ever got married that I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing a wedding dress in front of loads of people. I used to genuinely worry about things like this, but now I feel a lot more confident about my back. I worry about it less. I don't really look at other people's backs in the same way as I used to, but at one stage I really did get quite bad jealousy over other people's backs and wish that mine looked like theirs. I think as I've got older, I've learned to accept myself more and be happy with myself and not wish that I looked like anybody else. That came with time for me. It wasn't an easy thing to accept, but over time I have become more confident in myself, and Yeah, I just worry less about what people think now. And I think most people have their own insecurities, whatever it may be. Nobody's 100% happy with themselves. So if it wasn't my back, it would probably be something else. The key is just to be happy with yourself and accept who you are. Number 4, I hate people touching my back. This is something that I just can't stand. Pre and post surgery. Pre surgery, I was very paranoid about how my back looked, so I didn't like people touching my back, giving me hugs, giving me massages, anything like that, because it just felt uncomfortable and I didn't want them to feel my back and think that it felt weird or anything like that. I know this is really daft, but this is just how I felt. Post surgery, I don't like people touching my back for similar reasons, but also most of my back is numb now. I have screws that you can actually feel, which is pretty cool, but it just feels really uncomfortable when someone's touching it. Like if I had a massage or something like that, it just feels uncomfortable and weird. So I just rather would not go through that. Number 5 is that I take photographs of my back. I think this is a bit of a weird one, but yes, I did used to take a lot of photographs of my back. I don't really do it much nowadays. It was worse before surgery, and I'd say until about a year after surgery. I think it was because I was so paranoid that my back before surgery was getting worse, so I would take pictures in various positions, and then I would compare the pictures to see whether it was getting worse or not. Obviously it's very difficult to tell from pictures, but it became a bit of an obsession with mine, and it's something that I used to do quite a lot. Post surgery I thought that would be a thing of the past, but it actually got worse. I would take pictures at one stage every single day, and I would be comparing them, scrutinising them. I was worried that the fusion wouldn't fuse. I was worried that my back would continue to progress post-surgery. I would take so many pictures and compare them to make sure that it still looked okay. I would also compare with people that I was friends with online. I used to be a member of a scoliosis forum, so I would look at their pictures of their backs post-surgery and compare to mine. I would worry that I didn't get the correction that they got, that mine wasn't as good, and I had all these things going around my head. And to be honest, I think a lot of it is psychological. I'd say now I'm past that stage. I don't really take photos of my back. I know now that my spine is fused. I know how it looks. I know that that won't change, so I try to put it to the back of my mind, and I don't take pictures and compare like I used to. The only time I take pictures is for my blog or for my Instagram. I think what this shows in my behaviour is that there's a massive psychological side to scoliosis that isn't always addressed. A lot of people suffer post-surgery psychologically and with their mental health. I know I did. Looking back, I didn't realise at the time. I've done a video on the effects of scoliosis on mental health, so if you're interested in hearing more about this, then please check that out. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm past that stage now. I don't let my back consume me like I used to. I know that wasn't healthy. I'd love to hear your experiences. If you have scoliosis, can you relate to any of these things? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel or check out my blog, which is lifewithscoliosis.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now, and I'll see you next time.